Hi everyone, welcome to another refurbishment video. This is an Acer XC-605. I suppose you could call it a mini PC because of the low footprint it has. So looking at the case, this is going to be ideal for a home or office because of its size. I'm moving around to the front. It's got power switch, and it's actually got a built-in DVD writer drive, which when you press eject, the slot comes out. This panel opens, the slot comes out. It's got a couple of USB ports, headphone ports, microphone port, and it's got a little slot for a micro card there. So if I'm swing this round, it's got a wireless card, which is what these two little aerials are. It's got more USB ports. It's got a VGA output and also a HDMI output, so you can use either the older style monitors for VGA or relatively new ones for the HDMI port. It's got an Ethernet. You can't fit a graphics card in this machine, but you wouldn't really use it for that, for gaming or anything like that anyway. There's your power connection, and it's got a fan there. So what I'm going to do is open up the case so you can see more of what this specification is. Okay, so I've taken off the side panel. There's two screws to undo, and then the side panel just lifts off. Now, further to what I said earlier about not being able to fit a graphics card, there's actually a PCIe slot on the motherboard, and there's a small panel on the back of the machine that can be removed, so you can fit in a low profile card in there. You will be limited as to what that card can be due to the low wattage of the power supply, but it is doable. Most of the inside is taken up with a DVD-ROM drive, which just lifts up, and then I fitted a solid state drive in there for the operating system, and for storage you can fit a 2.5-inch drive in there as well. It's got 4 gig of RAM, which you can upgrade that to, I think, either 8 or 16 gig, I'm not sure. But for an office machine, 4 gig of RAM is more than enough. The cooler and fan, CPU cooler and fan, that comes off by undoing 4 screws. I took that off, gave it clean, and reapplied the CPU thermal paste. It's got a decent CPU in this machine. It's an i5 4440, which is the Intel socket 1150. Cable management is reasonable considering the size of the case. So what I'm going to do now, I'll start this machine up and run a few benchmarks and see what performance we can get out of this machine, and that will be in part 2.